All right, let's see how the connection is now. Starting again, renewing the energy. Rissa Vibes here, aka Readings by Rissa. So excited to connect with you today, Sunday, 1:11 p.m. Central Time, where we always connect and meet for a brand new weekly reading where I talk about all the messages that I download from my intuition and my connection to my guides and the energy in the world, and discuss everything that comes up as well as the astrology influences. How's the connection, everyone? I know most of you were on just a second ago. We had some poor connection. I've got my amethyst here. I'm trying to charge up the energy to heal the connection, create some psychic protection as well with the amethyst, and hopefully help the connection through the YouTube energy harmonize. So let me know how the connection is. If it's blurry, still see blurry. Martha says, okay, how's the audio, you guys? Because I did notice that there was a difficulty in rejoining the live. Like YouTube was just going slow and kind of not really loading at first. And then I had to try it again and then it worked. So it might just be a YouTube thing. Okay, so sounds like audio is good. Thank you, Anita. Thank you, Martha, for letting me know. So let's just go with it, and hopefully the actual picture will clear up. And also let me know if it does clear up as I'm talking. That would be great, because on my side, it looks really clear and all good. So let me know. All right, so thank you all for joining back. Again, my name is Rissa Vibes, aka Readings by Rissa. If this is the first time that you have joined, thank you. I am an intuitive and intuitive coach, and I help spiritually curious people activate their intuitive luminary gifts, their ability to see energy, feel energy, manage energy, and manifest their reality, as well as navigating their enlightenment path as they activate their spiritual awareness. And so, if you're interested in diving deeper in that in your own personal journey and you would like a mentor or coach, please reach out to me, readingsbyrissa@gmail.com, for a free consultation call, a free hour of coaching where you will be able to get a feel for what it feels like to have coaching by me and also learn about the different coaching programs that I offer so that you can continue coaching with me if you'd like. So take advantage of that if you're interested. Email me, readingsbyrissa@gmail.com. Thank you so much. And let's go ahead and start back into the review of last week now that we are back up and running. Please, everyone, keep me posted on the quality of the video and audio throughout and let me know if anything changes, okay? Getting better or worse. Okay, so last week we had the grace card, like I just discussed in the last little video we did. And grace was all about really moving through a fluid, gentle, but still persistent and powerful and profound energy, and the expression of grace as we move through any chaos or anything outside of ourselves that are uncertain or just kind of uncomfortable. And we know, of course, the world has been in a place of uncertainty and uncomfortability for some weeks now with the pandemic and everything that has come as a result of that. And it feels as though we're going to have a little bit more disorder and chaos this week, but that it will eventually lighten up. We're actually training a muscle of grace right now from last week. We're feeling that grace muscle being really up, where we're learning how to be graceful amongst any ungraceful circumstance. And that's a powerful skill to develop. So we developed that last week. And then it moved us into the divine guidance card last week, where we were feeling our energetic intuition, our ability to feel energy, see energy, notice energy, and navigate it well. We had a natural ability to hear our inner being, and which also helped us move into more graceful action and move through our experience easier. And then at the end of the week, we did some deep study where we started to become very introspective and also very that we still need to learn and understand, and started to actually take responsibility and accountability for that learning, which is really powerful. We also had the Aries new moon last week, which allowed us to tap into some men ritual, creating some ceremonies for the way in which we welcome in a new moon, and also just creating a sense of magic and intention setting and active embodiment from what you've intended for from this Aries new moon last week. So we're still feeling the energy of the Aries new moon. We'll feel that all the way into April 21st. So we want to just continue allowing that fiery movement forward and kind of active, persistent energy to really help us do what we need to do and apply the things that we need to apply as far as knowledge and effort to get to where we need to be and to make sure that we're feeling good and safe and connected. All right, so let's go ahead now that we know where we came from last week with the cards, live into the actual spirit messages for this week, 3/29 to April 5th, 2020. And like I said, we're moving from March into a new month, April. And so let's talk a little bit about the cards of the month from the annual reading. And so I did post an annual reading at the beginning of the year. For anyone who hasn't seen that, definitely go back and check it out. Really great way to tap into how the energy is going to be progressing throughout the year. I pulled a card for every single month of 2020, and March's card was the children card. So we activated a lot of inner child energy. We resorted back to our inner child playfulness. We definitely have seen that with the pandemic, us being forced to stay inside. It's almost like we're just kids grown up that are on grounded punishment. We can't leave the house. We're creating more, we're laughing more, we're sitting at home, we're going within, we're using our imagination, we're daydreaming, we're resting, we're just eating snacks and like doing all these things that we used to do when we were kids, when we just stay home on the weekends. And so we're really feeling this sense of rejuvenating our inner child, and we're also learning how to not take things so seriously and how to have a more playful attitude with things that are very serious and intense, like this pandemic. It is a serious thing, but we can't do anything about it. It's out of our control. All we can do is stay in control of our reaction to it. And the way in which we can do our best for the world in our reaction to it is to stay in a reaction of love and happiness and playfulness and excitement and adventure and curiosity and that childlike awareness of contrast. When a child experiences something that's uncomfortable or contrasting, it usually is curious about it before it actually starts assuming fear or frustration or hatred or greed or any of those other icky energies. So we need to take that as an example as well for the mass collective and not resort to fear and panic and greed and anger and cruelty against each other. We need to act out of love and kindness and curiosity and that sense of connection. And so that was our March card. We felt a lot of that in March. And now moving from March into April this week, the April card is trust. Trust. And so it's such a good card for this month because April is a month of spring. It is our first real month of spring, even though we officially moved into spring on March 21st. We're feeling a lot of the energy in April. It's like we've gained the traction of the spring energy by April, and we're starting to see the flowers bloom and all this new life going on and all of this emerging of the life force energy in the earth kind of coming to anew, creating a new energy. And so with that being said, we are also needing to do the same in the way in which we trust that process, because that's happening to us on a mass collective scale and also on a personal scale right now, where we're being forced to bloom and emerge into our natural gifts, into our talents, into our passions, into the things in our life that we haven't really let ourselves explore, that we finally have the opportunities to now because of everything going on, where the world almost literally kind of stopped just for us to be able to focus in on things that we didn't have time to focus on when the world was going. So now we can trust that the process of this pandemic is showing benefits in areas. And though there is destruction in some areas and things are getting really bad in some ways in different systems and in different, just experiences in the world, different countries, and also just the pandemic itself killing people. But we also have to recognize that there's also restoration happening on the other end. And so there's more to that, which I'll talk about in a moment, but we want to trust the process in April, and we want to know that in hindsight, when all of this is done and over with, we're going to look back and we're going to recognize how certain things did help ourselves get to a new perspective, a new experience, a new condition, a new system being built in the world, or a new way of handling things in regards to the government systems and the way in which they kind of respond to these types of crises and things like that. So there is benefit on many different levels to this experience, as there is for any contrast. And though it can be hard in the moment to see that, it's important to, because that's how we alchemize the situation. And that's how we also see things through the eyes of Source, which allows us to trust in Source's plan even more, because we don't know what Source knows, and we don't see what Source sees. We don't have that full bigger picture perspective. So we have to trust. And that's how we're going to move into April, is through that trust, okay? So with that being said, let's move right into the spirit messages of this week. These are the messages that I received from my meditations, my downloads, my intuition that comes through for the week to let us know what we're going to be experiencing. So the first message is that there will be some more restrictions, okay? And this is a feeling that I got when I asked for what is in store for us in the Mass Collective moving into this week. What can we expect? And they instantly, my guides gave me a sense of solar plexus tension in the back, which means that we're going to be having a hard time receiving power, which means that our receiving power center might be limited or blocked, which means that there might be some more restrictions put on our freedom or liberty this week. I also felt the same kind of thing with the throat chakra, except I felt the tension in the front of the throat, which let me know that that is our voice being silenced, our ability to express ourselves being a little bit more silenced. So more limitations in that way for the collective. Not such a great thing to start off with the weekly reading, but I want to address it because it is what I felt, and it's something that we need to know about. So if there are restrictions or more restrictions placed on us, I know a lot of people have talked about martial law happening and all of this stuff. It's absolutely possible that things could get worse before they get better. Thank you, Anita. I totally agree. And we just have to be prepared, and we have to understand where the energy is being restricted. So if this happens, if this more restrictions happen this week from the government or anything in your area or anything around you, notice the solar plexus. Notice how you're taking it in response to your soul power right here in the beneath the sternum and above the belly button. Is that tight? Is it sensitive? Are you feeling like you can't breathe all the way there, or that you can't feel confident or courageous enough in that area? Just breathe into that area. Imagine light shining into it. Do some work to stretch and move it around. This is going to help fight back against some of that solar plexus tension. Also stretching the back or massaging the middle of the back where that solar plexus is. Just allowing some movement is going to be helpful. Same thing with the throat, allowing yourself to write, to journal, to express yourself in the ways that you can. No matter what restriction is placed, nobody can take a pen out of your hand and a paper out of your hand and tell you not to write. You're in your home, you're safe. So write, journal, express through YouTube, express through Instagram, however you feel good about expressing. Make art, make music, let your throat chakra shine, and let yourself have a voice no matter what happens. And this will be a way to kind of combat any restrictions that might be placed on us this week. Now, moving forward from that, there is a progression of rebirth up the chakras. And what they showed me, my guides showed me, is that there's a sense of the lower chakras got rebirthed already, where we really started to feel the systems collapse. It's not fully finished, but we started to experience more of that on an energetic level, which will ultimately expand into an external level, which we're seeing now in more of the systems in the government and economics and healthcare systems and all this. But the root chakra is rebirthing first, and then the sacral, and then the solar plexus. And we started to feel the activation of through our own structures and support and systems of stability things that we normally rely on being kind of pulled out from under us. So the root chakra rebirth, like taking all of our support away for a moment, all of our security, all of our certainty, sacral chakra, our creative power, our ability to control or create what was going on, or even connect with others with the quarantine. So that was kind of taken away. So this energy of rebirthing these chakras, and then the solar plexus, our power, our liberty, our ability to move around could be taken away. And that's what I'm kind of starting to feel, that chakra tension this week. And so we're moving up the chakras. So after that, there may be some restrictions in the heart center, which means that we're going to not be able to love as fully, or not be able to connect as fully, or grow as fully, expand as fully. Throat chakra tension, like I said, I picked up on for this week as well, not being able to speak ourselves, express ourselves fully. And then also maybe not being able to have our own thoughts for a little bit, or really being able to feel free in our thoughts. Now, these are extreme perspectives. These are not like for sure going to happen, but I want us all to pay attention to how this energy of restriction from the quarantine and the panic and the fear of the mass collective is affecting us on a chakra level. That way, when we can address it on a chakra level by combating it. And we combat it by breathing into those chakra areas, by centering focus on the areas and what they do. So you can center focus on, freedom of speech, freedom of mind, positive thought in the third eye and the crown, freedom of expression in the throat, heart expansion, love, focusing on love, meditating on love, giving more confidence, and creating more courage for you in the solar plexus. So this is how we address any restrictions that are put on us. And if we can work on ourselves from within on a chakra level as these things are put into place, we will fight that restriction, that limitation on an energetic level for the mass collective, because all of us will be shining against any limitation that is trying to dull that energy in us. Okay, so this is a really important message, and this is how we navigate that energy. This is how we overcome any of that energy. Okay, so thumbs up if you're all with me, or a hey, or a yes, hear you, if you're with me on this, because I really want you to absorb this message. If not any other message in this reading, absorb this message, because this one is really important. Consciously focusing on the chakras and the way in which the limitations of the pandemic are affecting us, okay? And combating it with light and breath and love. All right, the next message is that there is a political rebellion going on. Thank you for the thumbs up, everybody. Good to see you got it. So happy to connect on that. So the next message, political rebellion. I'm feeling like there's definitely a political rebellion happening, where there is a bunch of rebellious energy against the political system, obviously, but there's also a lot of rebellion within the political system that we're not even seeing right now, that is happening and causing even more chaos. And so that is almost just creating a perfect storm of energy and disruption and disorder. And so we need to pay attention to that. We also need to just stay aware of how it's affecting us and how it could affect us, so that we can prepare and also focus on what outcome we want, so we can manifest more of that outcome. Really, really important. So political rebellion, I'm not exactly sure how it's going to manifest specifically, but I feel it, and we want to pay attention to it when we see it, because that stuff is going to come up later. All right, next message is believe. And believe is really about heart transmutation. I've been really focusing on my heart center lately. I've been getting guided to do meditations in bed as soon as I wake up, and just feeling my heart center open up and transmuting any energy that I might feel right when I wake up into love and joy and gratitude. Because what's happening, and I know this is happening to a lot of you, because I've talked to you guys already about this, and I've been hearing it from some of you who've reached out to me, is that you're waking up with this anxiety, this fear, this panic, this grief, this heaviness, this energy of confusion or uncertainty or nervousness. Those energies are not necessarily yours, but what's happening is that you're in a dream state. And I know Martha said she's been having really vivid dreams. I did see part of that comment, so I'm here with you on that. You're in the dream state, and then you're actively having these vivid dreams, or you're going really deep into the spiritual world because your guides are working with you, or they're helping you release things, or they're activating you, or they're taking you to other dimensions and showing you things you need to know for what's going on right now. Whatever it is, or helping you clear or heal from something, you're in these really vivid experiences in the dream realm connected to the spirit world, and then you wake up and you instantly are back here in the physical world in this 3D transitioning into 5D reality. And you start to feel the energy of it in such a powerful and heavy way, because it's such a different vibration from where you were at in your dream state, when you were feeling free and in a high vibration and in a more activated vibration. Even if the dream wasn't that pleasant, you're still in another vibration that's different than the heaviness and concrete density of this reality that we're in right now, and the energy of it. So you're waking up and you're feeling all of the energy of everybody's fear and panic. You're right back in the chaos. You're no longer in this beautiful dream state. You're in the chaotic state, and you're in fight or flight mode, survival mode, and you're feeling that energy strong. So when you're in bed and you feel that, if you wake up in the day and you feel that, and you know that there's not really a reason for you to feel that, or maybe there is because everything going on, but you don't obviously want to carry it around, stay in bed, lay in bed, breathe. Imagine your heart opening up, and imagine yourself just letting go of that energy, that heaviness, and just knowing that it's not yours. It's not my energy. It's not what I want to carry. It's not what I choose today. And let that go. And then say what you do choose. I choose love. I choose to change this energy into gratitude. I choose to change this energy into happiness. I choose to be grateful for this bed I'm in, to be grateful for this room I'm in, to be grateful for the people I have in my life, to be grateful for this body that I have, to be grateful for my breath. And then your heart chakra ends up charging and transmuting away any of that energy that's heavy, and charging up into this love vibration that's actually going to be a vortex of energy that's going to start to seep into everybody else's life that you contact with, or have made contact with, or even just talk to on the phone, since we're not making a lot of contact. But just, it's going to start creating a vortex of energy that's moving the vibration of all of this fear and panic into something that is alchemized into something better, into something more high vibrational. So this is our work that we do as light workers and healers. We can do it from our bed right there, laying down and just focusing on the heart and allowing that energy to expand outside of us. Next part about this is the next part of the spirit messages is write down what you want as well. This is a manifestation technique that is really important for this week. My guides were saying that it's very important that we write down what we want right now, because our heart is so connected to transmutation and activation. We're sending heart energy into our arm, down our shoulder, into our hand, onto the paper, writing down what we want from our heart directly. And then as we do that, we're taking the energy, the manifestation of what we want that's not really physical yet, from our heart onto the physical paper. We're literally making it physical now. We're literally making what we want manifest. And so this is a really powerful practice, and this is something that you want to do regularly and really focus on, meditate on it. What do you want? Write it down in detail, feel into it, breathe into it, imagine it being there, imagine yourself experiencing it, and do that regularly, okay? All right, let's see how everybody's doing. I know I see a couple of messages from everybody. Everybody's being good on here. It seems like, how's the connection, everybody? Want to check in with that? So happy you're all here. I'm seeing all the synchronicities. Higher Holistic Rogers, your time was 333 a little bit ago. So cool. All right. Josie's here. Hey, Josie, good to see you. Anita says, yes, I feel everyone else's energies constantly, and I'm just living in my own reality to ignore all that is going on around me, listening to music, gardening, exercising, art, riding my bike. Yes, exactly. Keep yourself distracted with things that feel good. That is absolutely a way to cope with what's going on. Okay, yeah, Martha says she's having dreams about Hecate, which is a Greek goddess, really beautiful. Definitely check out her energy and study that. That is definitely your guides telling you that there's some energy for you there and wisdom there, and probably her as a guide for you. So cool. Love that. All right, so let's go ahead. Good. I'm glad the connection's getting better. Awesome. All right, so let's continue with these spirit messages. The next one is about 5G. We already kind of know this one. 5G is terrible. It is not good. It is not something that we want to let our brains expose ourselves to. So with that being said, anytime you see a 5G tower going up, or if you can't get away from one. I know they're going up all over the UK and Australia right now, and I'm pretty sure they've been going up in the US in certain places. One way to kind of fend off that energy of the 5G is to use the stone shungite, Shungite. It's like a blackish gray stone, and it is really powerful in repelling the electromagnetic frequencies that are not good for us. So any shungite piece around your home, around your electronics, on your phone, they make little shungite circle things that you can put on your phone to block the EMFs. This is really important. So stay away from 5G as much as you can. I definitely think there's some weaponry going on with 5G as well. I feel like in a very interesting way with AI and just a lot of really negative energy. There's several scholars, several doctors, several scientists that have said openly, candidly, and very forcefully that 5G can kill you very quickly. It fries the brain. It creates cancer very, 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 very quickly. And the milliwaves that are the 5G frequency are very damaging to everything it touches pretty much. So it's just not a good vibration. So we want to clear that and do our best to repel it, get a lot of shungite. Don't activate 5G on your phone if you can help it, and do your part if you can to fight these towers from going up. All right, next one is endurance. We are in a place where we are building endurance right now. This experience in our life, this quarantine, this pandemic, but also this 2020 year itself, and the healing we've done since 2019, and the emerging we've done since 2020, we've been building our endurance. And it's all about how long can you last in your vibration, how long can you last in your patience, how long can you last in your tolerance of chaos, how long can you last in your finances, in this quarantine and restlessness and the connections. And so really this is our opportunity to build endurance. And this week we're going to feel that even more as we continue this quarantine and as it may intensify. And so we want to just knowing that mind over matter is everything. Really, Martha says, how long can we last with our partners? Yes, for some of us, right? Absolutely. So really allowing yourself to use this as an opportunity to build that endurance and to have faith, to have trust that it is going to be is temporary, and that this is an opportunity to connect deeper with our loved ones, to find different ways, creative ways to still maintain our own self-love and free time and alone time, to be creative in the ways that we need for balance in work life and home, and how to kind of stay in a flow of routine and regularity despite all the things that have changed. And so it's all about really being creative and adapting and building your endurance. So this is a good thing. We need that. We need our endurance. So just take it as that and keep pushing forward with that mentality, because mindset is everything. And if you can think about it a different way by thinking about it that way, well, okay, this really is annoying, but maybe how long can I go just dealing with this? Like I got this. Look at how good I've been doing so far, like day 20 or whatever, So allow that to be a part of your perspective. And then prepare energetically by keeping your vibration up, keeping your vibration high. Super, super, super important. When you keep your vibration high, you keep your immune system strong, you keep your heart center really strong, which allows you to create and manifest more easily in any kind of situation, especially crisis. You keep your light strong, which helps you really beam energy to other people who need it, and your healing ability and your intuition is stronger as well. And so this vibration of your own inner being is a way in which you can keep yourself safe and keep yourself in a place of harmony during all of the energy that's going on in chaos. So do yoga, meditate, watch videos about energy and about vibration, learn about this stuff. It's so important right now more than ever to keep your vibration high and to learn how to keep it high and to be accountable and responsible for keeping your vibration up, especially now. And we've been prepared for this. A lot of people have already been working and learning how to keep their vibration up and maintaining vibration, because it's not easy. It is not easy at all to keep your vibration up during certain times like this. Even for people who have been doing this for years, it's difficult. There's a lot of people struggling with it. And so this is a very important time for us to join together and help each other and uplift each other. And that is also why I'm offering my coaching opportunity, because it's super important to be able to hold space for you. And I really want to do that. So if you feel like you need some accountability in keeping your vibration high, or you feel like you need a mentor to help you learn about this stuff so that you can catch up to all of this awareness and be able to use it accordingly with what's going on in the world, or if you just really want to have that opportunity now more than ever to dive into your passion, your purpose, to discover that, to step into your power, and to be a healer or a light worker or really anything, even if it's not in a spiritual context. Just being able to be your purest positive self right now is a powerful thing. So if you're interested in the coaching and you want a free coaching call and the opportunity to learn about the coaching offers that I have available, email me, readingsbyrissa@gmail.com, okay? Super important, but ultimately keep your vibration up. And in that course and coaching program, it's all about learning how to do that and maintaining that and having a mentor that's holding you accountable to do that. So I'm here for you in that way. But do that for yourself this week as well. Now, the next message is trust. And we just talked about trust since April is the trust month. But I want to just remind us that trust also means to bear down a bit and to prepare for another wave of intensity. Like I said, there may be more restrictions placed on us this week. There may be some new things that are unexpected that we didn't think were going to happen or didn't see coming. I definitely feel like the economic system is very, 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 very fragile right now. So everybody, please, 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 guard your assets, make sure that you're financially stable, or just kind of making smart choices, and just pay attention to what's going on in the economic system. I also encourage people to buy silver or have silver gold if they can, just in case something happens with the US dollar. It's important for us to be prepared for that. But ultimately, we really want to trust, because Source has brought us to this experience no matter what condition you might be in, financially or physically or spiritually or any of those things. You have been guided to where you are at for a reason, and you just need to trust that it's going to work out for you, because you have listened to your inner guidance, or whenever you've started, even if you just started listening to your inner guidance yesterday or this morning, you're doing it now. So Source will get you to where you need to be. So allow yourself to really trust, bear down, and prepare for another wave of intensity, and also some more truth being revealed in certain ways, some veils being revealed. And to find gold or silver, Josie, you want to go to ampex.com, AMPEX. They recently just started putting limitations up on the amount of silver you can buy, which is a very big sign that this is important to do now, not later, to get as much as you can, but to also not go overboard. It goes back to like the toilet paper thing. Like, people don't need 50,000 rolls of toilet paper in their home. Just buy enough to last you and to make you feel like you've got a little bit, but don't overdo it. So that's what I would say. Same thing for silver, because we really don't know how the economic system is going to change, but I can tell you that I feel like it's going to, and I feel like it's going to be a big one. Okay. All right. And with that being said, a little bit of good news here on that front is that new wealth and healing is movement forward in our week this week, that we are getting new opportunities to build our resources, our abundance, our healing. We have Chiron in Aries this week as well. And so the Chiron is the healing planet, Aries is the movement forward, and so we're feeling a lot of healing and movement forward, and we're also feeling a lot of wealth as Jupiter connects to us this week as well, conjuncting Pluto at the end of this week. So we're going to feel a lot of that, and I'll get into the astrology in just a moment. But overall, this is super important to just know that there are a lot of opportunities for abundance this week as well, and positive movement forward and healing. So take advantage of that. Notice how you can amplify and capitalize on your abundance and your financial gain, and also your financial literacy, and allow yourself to step into the opportunities that show up in your life that are bringing you more abundance, and expect that this week, because there will be that. And this is all about alchemy. So we're turning in a lot of destruction from all of this chaos and pandemic energy into something restorative. And so we're noticing that, like I said, a lot of things are crumbling, but a lot of things are being restored as well. And so this can actually be a time of surplus for a lot of people if they really educate themselves well and make the right moves necessary to capitalize on what they need to for this experience. And so, a lot of people are coming into their gifts and really starting to offer more services to the world on a virtual level during this time, and are being really successful in that. That's a way to alchemize the situation. Also, the earth is healing because we are not out there creating all these horrible fossil fuels and things in the air that are at record rate like we usually are. So it's repairing the ozone layer, and the earth is healing. And so that is restoring, even though maybe we're losing our minds in our homes a little bit. So there is levels of destruction, but there's also levels of restoration. So notice that, and know that you have the power to alchemize it. So if you're noticing that you're in a situation of destruction or contrast, or something is kind of crumbling in your life, ask yourself, how can I look at this from a restorative perspective? What is restoring because of this destruction? And then I guarantee you'll have an epiphany, and it will be a very eye-opening experience for you, which will be great. All right, and then finally, for the spirit messages, we are revisiting healing in areas that we forgot about. We're still kind of healing from certain things, so pay attention to that. Anything that you didn't finish, any unfinished business, or any healing from things that you forgot about that still hasn't been fully healed, it's being brought to the surface, and Aries energy is burning it away by allowing you to move on. So a lot of closure happening this week as well. Closure from past experiences or relationships, that are just not really conducive to you anymore, just not serving you. A lot of that healing happening, so you can move on fully and just feel completely liberated, which is great. I've got my Let's Be Better Humans shirt on for a reason today too. Let's be better humans in this crisis. I think it's super important for us to figure out how we can be better serving our community, our people in our life, just the energy of the planet. How can we be better humans moving forward? And I think this is a big part of that restoration. It's creating this destruction, and this chaos is allowing us to think about how we can do better at restoring the planet. And I think that it's important for us to remember that. So let that be your mantra this week. Let's be better humans, and allow yourself to really focus on that. And shout out to the organization, Let's Be Better Humans. I think they're amazing. They take a bunch of vans and buses and go across the country and provide shelter, water, food, clothes for homeless. And I think it's just amazing. So let's take an example from them and be better humans in our own lives as well. Despite the quarantine, we can still be better humans right here from our home. Okay, and then the final message, I do have one more message for you all on the spirit messages side, and then we'll go over the quick astrology bullet points. But the last spirit message is violet flame. We are activating a lot of violet flame energy. It's a very powerful energy for transmutation and for healing. The violet flame, if you haven't heard of it, is a spiritual fire that is activated within our heart space, and also can be used outside of us in anything that we need to transmute or cleanse or clear. And Saint Germain, Ascended Master Saint Germain, the Wonderman of Europe, as well as Archangel Michael and Master Merlin, all are connected to the violet flame. I will also say that I think Isis is connected to the violet flame because I have seen her use it. I'm very connected to Isis, and she's used it on me, and I've also felt a lot of energy around her that is the violet flame. So in regards to the violet flame, let's use that this week. Really powerful tool. Imagine yourself surrounded by a violet fire, a purple fire, and that fire burning away any energy of fear, of negativity, of barriers or limitations, of karma or psychic debris, anything that you want to clear. Imagine that violet flame surrounding you. And I will add that to the meditation for April. I'm going to be recording that today or tomorrow, and then we should be able to have it posted by the end of this week. So that will be a part of the meditation this week. So I will give you a tool for that to actively use. But in the meantime, at least start to imagine the violet flame. And you can do it anytime you want, whether you're in your car or at home or dealing with a friend or family member on the phone. You can imagine a violet fire around them or around you, just transmuting any negative energy. And it's a really powerful tool. And the more you use it, the more powerful it gets. So pay attention to that and enjoy that. All right, so let's move right into astrology today. It looks like we're doing good. I'm just checking in with everybody. Carla says, even though hard times are coming, we'll survive for a higher purpose. This is a major opportunity, an important moment for humanity that we all decided to come bravely to help transmute this. Absolutely. So true, Carla. We absolutely chose to be here as light workers and healers at this time. And it's a beautiful time to be alive. It's a beautiful time for us to be here and to use our gifts to step into our mission and our purpose, to be a part of the transformation and transmutation of this energy right now, and we are all actively important roles in it. So let's do our part and stay in that place of love and vibration. All right, so let's go into the astrology messages for the end of this reading. The first astrology influence is on Tuesday, the 31st, and the number, the numerological value for this date, 3/31/2020, is 11. And that means that we are going to feel a very strong energy here. And this is actually going to be the first 11 that we see this week. There's going to be another 11 that we see this week as well that I'll go over in a second. So this is the first surge of the 11 number essence. And this one is all about breakthrough on Tuesday and new beginnings. And Mars conjunct Saturn in Aquarius, which means that we're going to feel more action in responsibility and maturity and perseverance. And it's going to help us succeed. And it's going to help us succeed in a very unique way, in ways that we might not have normally expected to succeed, but are going to work very uniquely for us. So pay attention to the opportunities that come on Tuesday, and pay attention to your opportunities to step into more responsibility and maturity, and follow your inner guidance to do so, because there will be success on the other side of that for you. Then on Friday, the second numerological 11 value day, the second surge of the 11 number, is happening on Friday, April 3rd. And we're going to feel an essence of being present in that ability to step through and start new and a breakthrough. And so we're also going to feel a really strong intuition that's going to help guide us in our new beginnings and our breakthroughs. And Mercury conjuncts Neptune on that day, so we're going to have more premonitions. We're going to feel more communicative of our intuition and our daydream-like qualities. And we're also going to be introduced to new realms of thought and new realms of experience that is going to help us in being present and stepping into our new breakthroughs. And then on Saturday is a very important day. We have a 444 portal, super exciting on Saturday. Let me break this down to you. April is the 4th month of the year. Of course, the 4th day of April is 4/4, and then 2020 is a 4 year with 2 + 2 adding to 4. And so the 4 itself is a powerful number, and we're going to experience the essence of that number on Saturday as a portal, where we're going to have a lot of synchronicities in what 4 represents, which is the opportunity to manifest through contrast and challenge, and the ability to create order from chaos. This is going to be a very powerful 444 portal for all of us. And yes, Linda, it also represents a ultimate balance and harmony as a result of that order, creating a harmony through all things in all ways once it is manifest. And so we also feel a lot of angelic assistance with the number 4. So we're going to feel that on Saturday. And with the world in the chaos that it is right now, what better time or day for us to experience a 444 portal helping us to create order from chaos. And so I feel like we are going to maybe feel some chaos throughout the week leading up to Saturday, but that it will hopefully spring in a new level of order. It's going to motivate us to create a new level of order, or to a new organization, or even the government to create new order that's going to help organize things, or something is going to happen to create new order that's going to be helpful. And we want to manifest that through just connecting to our own ideas of how we could better serve the world, and what we could see for the world, what we want to see for the world, and manifesting that. Venus trines Saturn on 4/4/2020, and that means that we're going to be more serious about making time for fun. We're going to step into this sense of work hard, play hard, where we're really going to be working really hard in order to be able to relax really hard, or to play really hard. And so there's a beautiful balance happening there as well. And then we also have Pluto conjunct Jupiter that day on 4/4/2020 on Saturday, where we're going to be able to feel a lot of wisdom and fortune. Wisdom coming from Pluto after rebirth, and fortune coming from Jupiter, and expansion as well, and new discoveries as well on Saturday. So really powerful 4/4/4 portal. I think this is going to affect us personally and on a mass collective level, where we're going to see a lot of organization or new ideas to organize the systems or the chaos that's happening in the world today. So that's going to be a very interesting day to see how things play out. And that is all of the astrological messages that I have for you for this week, from 4/29 to 4/5/2020. And I'm ready to pull cards for you. How are you all doing? Let's see. And yes, thank you, Martha. Maybe a vaccine or new medicinal breakthrough on 4/4/4. That would be really, really great. And I will say that I want to mention a video that I shared on my Instagram this last week from this doctor that was talking about the the virus. And he had the documents that he received as a doctor from the medical institutes, stating how to deal with the virus and what the protocol was, and what to do and everything like that. And he was reading it out loud on Instagram, talking about how weak the virus actually is, meaning that it's very easy to recover from, it's very easy to fight. And so he was listing some of the things that were how to fight the COVID virus. And so some of the things he said was vitamin C kills the virus, 80 degrees, any temperature higher than 80 degrees kills the virus, which is why we're not seeing it as much in the hotter states. But also, if you drink a lot of tea or drink tea every day, warm water or water that's hot will also kill the virus if you've been exposed or if you have it in you. Your stomach acid actually kills the virus naturally as well. So if you have a good natural stomach acid, then you're going to kill the virus. And so it's actually a very weak virus. And so what the doctor was saying, and I'm going to just touch on this briefly because I'm being called to share it with you. The doctor was saying that he feels like there's just something's not right, that this virus was created as a way to boost the pharmaceutical patents or pharmaceutical industry, because there is an actual U.S. patent on the virus, meaning the U.S. created and patented the virus. And it is a U.S. patent. And so, and it's been around since 2006 is what this doctor was saying. And so this is something that has been kind of planned. And actually the virus itself has been patented and has been around since 2006. And then they just patented the vaccine in 2019 in November, just before the virus actually hit the world. The vaccine is already patented. It's already patented. They haven't released this yet. So maybe we will see that patented vaccine released on Saturday 444. Maybe we will see it, or maybe it will take a little bit. Who knows? But what the doctor was saying is that he thinks that this was all kind of a scheme to help boost the pharmaceutical industry and the specific pharmaceutical company that patented the virus and the vaccine, and or had a part in that, and is now kind of they're going to be the hero, like, oh, we created the vaccine, but and not let anybody know that they also created the virus. And so it's gonna, and that all these people, all the schools, all the companies that have been in quarantine are gonna have to take this vaccine. So then all the money of people buying this vaccine, they're going to rake all that in. So very interesting thoughts, right? So let me know your thoughts on that kind of conspiracy theory from that doctor. And if you want the video, I can also find a way to send it to you. So just message me, or try to message me on Instagram at Readings by Rissa, because it'll be easier for me to send it to you there so you can actually hear him talking about it. It was pretty interesting. All right, so let's go ahead and take some deep breaths. And this is what I meant too, you guys. This is something that my intuition has been picking up on for a while, that this virus is a weapon, a biological weapon, and it's not innocent. It's not an innocent thing. Okay. Yes. I'm seeing all of your comments. Yes, Josie, I hear you. Yes, Carla, absolutely. Hedwig. Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Hedwig. Yeah, no vaccination is needed. I agree. We can heal it with vitamin C. We can heal it with hot tea. We can heal it with going outside and soaking up some sun. So we're gonna be fine, is what I'm trying to say. Remember, the panic and the fear is the disease. It's the problem. All right, so let's feel into some 3 breaths. Everybody take a couple deep breaths to focus in on the cards. We're going to pull cards for this week. The beginning of the week card coming forth for us now. There it is. Middle of the week card. I've been feeling my amethyst crystal a lot lately, the last couple days. So if you have an amethyst, I would recommend just having it around you. It's been really helping me a lot, just maintaining the psychic protection I've needed throughout this energy time. For those empaths out there feeling really affected by the energy of the mass collective, I think the amethyst is really helpful for that. Also healing, very good for healing. So something just guided me to share that with you. So somebody needed an amethyst today. Somebody needed that validation. All right, end of the week card. Which one is it? Show us what you got here. There it is. Okay. Let's see what we got. Beautiful. First card, beginning of the week card, healing. We were just talking about healing. So the beginning of the week, we are kicking off with the healing energy, and we know that Chiron is in Aries, the healing planet in the fire sign of moving forward. So we know that we are moving forward this week with healing in some way, whether it be personal healing or in a mass collective, seeing an opportunity for healing or some new growth or new news in healing. Super exciting in the beginning of the week. So we won't have to wait too long to figure out what that's going to be. So pay attention to how you're healing in the beginning of the week this week and focus on that. Middle of the week card, Archangel Gabriel comes back again from last week with grace into this week with inspiration. Beautiful card to kind of come back from that grace card and to create a progression of energy, a story creating here, letting us know that we are going to be more inspired this week and that we are still moving forward in our graceful movement in our energy, but we are using now more inspiration, imagination, and inner knowledge to get us through. And I love how it's shining light onto the world. It's almost as if it's a light of healing shining onto the world. How cool are those pictures? Really, really neat. So middle of the week card, inspiration. And then the end of the week card, letting go. Letting go. Letting go of what we cannot control, letting go of what doesn't serve us, letting go of the past, letting go of the things that we are leaving behind as we move on fully with this Aries energy that we're in, and just truly letting go. Letting go of weight, letting go of heaviness, letting go of guilt or shame or doubt or fear, and just trusting. This goes right into that trust card for April as well. In order to trust, we have to let go of our control. We have to just surrender. We have to let go of the need to know everything or the need to have it all figured out or the how to get it done, and just let it go and trust. This is also let go of expectations and outcomes. And it says, once you let go of the outcome, you'll be able to release all the emotional constraints that have been holding you back in the past. Trust in the higher good and guidance of spirit, as we have only your best intentions at heart and will do everything in our power to protect you. So trust. Trust that your spirit, your guidance in your spirit is protecting you, keeping you safe, and has your best intentions in heart and mind. You are totally protected. You are totally taken care of, okay? So healing in the beginning of the week, inspiration in the middle of the week, let go at the end of the week. Those are our weekly cards. Again, if you are interested in a personal reading with me, whether it be an energy cleansing or a past life reading or a general reading, or if you would like to dive deep into some mentorship and coaching with me to help you activate your intuitive gifts, your life passion, your purpose, your calling, then definitely reach out to me, readingsbyrissa@gmail.com. Let's set up a call. I will also include the links below for you to do so right directly from this video. And I am so looking forward to connecting with you. This is the perfect time when we're all in our home, having this extra time to work on ourselves and go within, for us to do so and to really activate ourselves, because Spirit is kind of looking at us like, what are you guys waiting for? Let's get this ball rolling. Let's stand in our power more than we ever have. This is our time. All right, so I love you so much. Thank you for joining. I'm going to just read a couple comments as you all say goodbye. Let's see. Yes. Jasmine says, I'm taking this all in and I'm feeling optimistic and totally safe and strengthened despite all the negative media coverage that attempts to exact fear. Yes, so true. Thank you so much. I love all your comments. I love you all so much, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you, Anita, for your love. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Martha. Thank you, Bobby. Thank you, everyone who joined. Have a wonderful day and a wonderful week. Make sure to share this reading with people that you feel like needs this message, this insight, this awareness. And also, make sure that you watch this again throughout the week whenever you need to, and for a refresher. And I love you so much, okay? Have a good one. Peace.